Test 1, 2. Okay. Change to live chat. And then play. Dark Knight. Okay, I have to be very quiet because Sarah's still sleeping. Let's see.
I seek the master brewer, Hakuf.
I have no time. Speak to one of my overseers if you must.
You misunderstand. I am a Magi. Apollodorus sent me.
Apollodorus, of course.
He sent me for the scarab, the shadow that darkens Sais.
Please. That is an evil name to speak aloud. Apollodorus knows the people are suffering. In my position, many confide in me. Trade is strangled, the soldiers run rampant, and the weight of Ptolemy's taxation crushes the breath from us. Come with me. Let us retire where we have a roof overhead. Come now,
Hey.
you must hurry.
My graphic... Hang on. MyGraphicDrip.com. Yeah, dude, I used to play the game I was playing, but then I was like, well, if I'm changing games, then I gotta change the name every time. So I was like, What is this? MyGraphicalDrip.com. GraphicDrip.com. Actually, let me go in here and edit this real quick. Let's see. Hang on. Pause that for a second. Yeah, man, I would put Breakpoint or this game is the name, but then it was like, well, whenever I stream, I have to change it every time, and you have to change, like, you have to do that with just your controller, and it's a pain in the butt. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to put something cool, and then I'll change the title after I get there. Let's see. Like this, paste, and put no. Actually, I can go ahead and put a thumbnail. Tell this I want this to go into Origins playlist. Oh, but I gotta do the other thing too. Gosh dang it, hang on. Oh, okay. It's a promo. Oh, that's, dude, hey, if that works, that's great, man. That's really cool. Yeah, let me change that. Oh, I've got, oh, shoot, I gotta change this one too. Gosh dang it. Remember after you size that image. Oh, okay, cool, man. Oh, for goodness sake, I forgot to change it. I thought I changed this one already. Or am I looking at the, I might be looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, show more and then copy. Paste. Save. Okay. Yeah, dude, that's like I was saying, man. That's kind of for me too. I go, well, I try not to offend people. Not like it should be your main thing to worry about, but I do the same thing where I'm like, well, I don't want to offend people. I gotta recharge my. Hang on, I gotta charge my keyboard as well. Yeah, that's why I try to like I put on my videos or my YouTube page, I'll put that, hey, the explicit tag or whatever is just because some of the games that I play are kind of violent. Or they have cussing in them. Like, it's not me, it's the game. But that way people know. Because I don't want them to think that I'm super sweary, because I'm not. Alright, okay, and then save. And close. Oh, and that's his breakpoint, not... Yeah, this is wrong. This is... Origins. Okay, save. And this one's Origins, okay. Copy. What if I do right this time? Paste, save. Okay. Close. Back to my YouTube. Here, view. Your videos. Here's my live. Change that to live chat. And then check my live channels here. Yeah, origins. Breakpoint. Okay. No, I think I got it. Alright. Graphic is because I draw. Drip is because it's modern slang for good looking. Is that really? Good looking clothing is called drip? I'm telling you, man. Every day I feel like I'm getting older and older. Like stuff that I thought I was up to speed on. I'm like, oh, what the heck is this? You know? Oh my gosh, that kind of makes me want to die. Yeah, we've been pretty good. We finally got my wife's car back from the shop, just like they call. No, you're making that up, dude. That's not real. Tell me that's not real. Hot dogs are called glizzies? No, stop. Please tell me that's not real. Oh my gosh. I mean, I feel like when I was growing up, we had words like cool. That still exists. Cool will always be cool, right? Or what was one? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's a real thing. What was the one? Oh, a friend of mine uses it. Anyway, yeah, we had some weird ones, but not that. Um, but yeah. So yeah, we got my wife's car back from the shop, which we took it in for a check engine light, which I thought I knew what the issue was because we got the code for it. And I was like, oh, this is something that my Fiat was doing. Radical, there you go. That was a good one. And tubular, I don't think I ever remember hearing it growing up, but I guess some people did say tubular. But radical was one. But yeah, so we took the car in because I was like, I think I know what the problem is, but I'm not sure where the part is that I need to replace, because in my car it was really easy to get to. It was no big deal to change it out. Really simple. I thought, well, we can take it in, and that way they can do a much better job, quicker, fix it, everything's cool. And I figured, well, you know, it shouldn't be that much to replace that. And I remember thinking, well, even if it's a lot, hey, if it's like under whatever amount, that's okay. Turns out it was like a spark plug, or spark plugs were bad. One of the cylinders wasn't firing. So at one point, my wife was coming home from work because we were like, well, we were going to take the car back to them later after we found out there was a whole bunch of other stuff wrong. Righteous, that's a good one. That one's still. Righteous is more used as it's righteous. No, it wasn't backfiring. It just wasn't firing. We found out. We took it the first time, and they found a whole bunch of other stuff wrong, like shocks, not steering. Hang on, I got the thing here somewhere. Shocks, control arm, sway bar. We had to have a bunch. It was a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, the steering was okay, but it wasn't firing correctly. But they hadn't completed figuring out what was wrong yet because they couldn't get it to do the thing again or whatever. So we thought, well, you know, oh, I'll get to that. Driving off a cliff. We thought, well, we'll bring it back like next week or whatever, because we needed the car for the next week, you know. And my wife was coming home. I think this was Tuesday. She was coming home with her car, and she was like, "Oh, it was really sputtering, and like not, you know, not driving correctly." So I thought, well, we're gonna have to take it back to them now rather than wait till like the weekend, or not the weekend, but like Thursday or Friday. Took it back to them. They took almost the whole day again to figure out what was wrong with it, and it was evaporative purge solenoid, spark plugs, and they had to do something else too. Let's see. Anyway, it was a whole thing that they had to change out a bunch of stuff, and it was like curb hopper. Just for the repairs of that, for which we brought it in, was about $700. And I was like, oh, crap. But then they give us the quote for doing shocks, control arm, sway bar, and then they had to replace the vacuum pump. Oh, it was fuel injector services. The other thing they did. That part alone was like $260 just for the fuel injector services. But anyway, all of that other stuff, uh, it was like $5,000 to the point where they go, "Hey, there is a tool that you can use when we you can click on this thing for this service for a firm where it's a service where they can let you like have like a kind of a short-term loan deal where if you pay it off like in so many months, it's no interest. It's interest free. But there's like three levels, right? There's like small, medium, and large. So the largest payments, no interest. The medium payments, a little bit more time, but you do get 15% interest. And then the small payment takes even more time, same amount of 15% interest. Well, and what was nice is that they broke it down like if you pay no interest, obviously there's no extra, you're not paying anything extra. If you're doing the mid range, like yes, your payments are a little bit lower, but you end up paying like a couple $100 in interest payments. If you do the lowest payment, it takes the longest time to pay off, and you end up paying like $1,000 or whatever for interest. So we were like, well, we can do the biggest payment. But anyway, they ended up having the car for about a week and a half doing all these repairs because they had to get parts, and it was a whole big nightmare for them as far as getting parts. But then a couple of things they ordered, like the what was the vacuum pump? They priced it at like, I don't know, $300 or something. They couldn't get the right one. Everything was just like, parts were really hard to get in the first place, but the one they finally got was like $800. Well, they were adding that onto our bill, and I was like, well, wait a minute. We didn't authorize that. I understand that there's nothing else you could do. That's the only one you could get. I was like, we didn't authorize that. But the guy was really, really cool. He's new owner at the place that we go to all the time. I've gone to many times before, but it's a new owner. But he was like, he was talking about how he was giving a discount for people because he wants to like try to get the shop back or get the shop to where he wants it as far as like profitability, service, cleanliness. I mean, all these kinds of things. Because the lobby area there looks so much better now. But he ended up giving us like $500 off. Like when you're looking at our bill, he's got a thing here that says discounts $540. So that was really great of him to do. So we were like, okay, fine. Because I was ready to like fight them on it, to go like, no, we're not going to pay the extra. But and they couldn't even get all the parts for the was it the struts, I think? Yeah, it was the struts that they couldn't get. He was like, we'd probably have to order them from the dealer to get them, and they were going to be like really, really expensive. But he was like, yeah, you're okay. The struts are, they need to be changed, but they're not like, it's not like dangerous to drive on them. But he told us that apparently the car had gotten the front end damaged, like in an accident, because he goes, there's a bunch of parts in there on the front end that were salvage parts. And so that's why some of these parts that he was trying to get didn't fit right. Because I guess I don't know if it was because it was bent exactly, but for whatever reason, some of these parts didn't fit because somebody tried to like. Anyway, so long and the short of it is, I love my wife's car. It's great. It's a great, cute little Fiat. But if we could do things over again, we probably would have passed on this car because part of the thing that they fixed the control arm. I mean, it was the sway bar. That's what made one of the rims crack because it was rubbing on the inside of the wheel. Not tire, but wheel. So, that was like $1,000 to get all the new tires and rims. Uh, this repair job, which ended up being about $4,500. Um, it's like, yeah, maybe we should have taken there was a blue Fiat 500 from an actual, like, we got this car at a dealership, but it wasn't like, Beck and Maston, John McGill, whatever these name type, it was like I forget the name of it, but they don't do like a 120-point inspection on the cars first, and then repair before they sell. They don't do that. Nothing against them, but yeah, if we had known, we would have been like, hey, can we test drive the car and keep it, uh, and let a mechanic look at it. Because if we'd spent, like, say we had to spend $150 to have somebody take a look at it and really see what all it needed, we would have been like, holy moly, no. Uh, Kind of a buy here, pay here. It was more of a, because they had some high end cars there too. Like they had some really nice, like I think they had a, I don't know, I was gonna say Ferrari, but I don't know if they had a Ferrari, but they had like a Porsche. They had like some high end cars, but they weren't like they didn't have like a garage, or I guess they did have a garage, but they don't do like, most of these places like do an inspection. They check the car out front to back, really make sure that what they're selling is of quality. These guys weren't like that. Um, but my thing is, I was talking to somebody at work the other day about this. That you go, well, when you're having a big, she was talking about her mom's car needed transmission. I don't know if it needed a new transmission or just transmission work. But I was like, well, you have to decide: do you want to have these repairs done, or try to sell the car as is and get a new car? Well, unless you're able to buy a brand new car, whatever car you end up buying is possibly going to have the same issues or similar issues. Might need a bunch of repairs as well. So you kind of go like, well, do you really love the car? Will these repairs carry you forward um, so many years? And, are you willing to go, yeah, I'm sticking with this car? For my wife's car, I feel like that's where we're at. We're like, yeah, we're sticking with this car. Um, Hopefully it doesn't need any more massive repairs. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. You go, transmission could be a huge, huge cost. But then again, you go, well, if the car's not super old and other than transmission problems, it's reliable. It's a tough call sometimes. With my wife's previous car, uh, we had we were going to have repairs on it that was like $2,000, worth maybe $2,000. So that's when we were like, we just need to get her a new car because it was like a 2006, 220. No, it was an old car. So, yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with Fiats, despite what Gabe, who comes into the chat from time to time, he says Fiat stands for Fix It Again, Tony. I think that may have been the old Fiats were like that, but nowadays, they're owned by Chrysler now, so you can get Mopar parts and all that kind of stuff. Um, I think with any car, it can be luck of the draw sometimes, because I mean you can get a Toyota, and those are really good cars, but you never know, you might get one that has some issues. Your Lincoln was 3G. Wait, hang on. We were fortunate. My Lincoln was 3Gs, and we had to put another 3Gs to make it run and ride smooth. It's better. Yeah, and that's where you go, well, is it worth keeping the car? So, with my wife's car, it's like, well, we kind of have to because we just got it like 2 months ago, almost 3 months ago. So you go, well, we couldn't sell it for what we paid for it. Plus, we probably paid way too much for it too. You know, so it's one of those things where you go, well, whatever next car we end up getting, we're definitely going to be like, let's buy it from a place that's reputable. Not these places, not that these guys weren't reputable, but it's like buy it from a place that does like a 120 point inspection to make sure everything's good on it. Take it for a test drive, and while you're test driving it, take it to a mechanic and have them give it a once over to see if anything's wrong with it. You know, pay the $100 for an inspection or something, you know. But and of course my Fiat, I have a five. So she has a little white 500, and I have a 500X, which is like an SUV. I need to have some front end light work done on it too, because whenever I run over smaller bumps, you can hear kind of a rattling, like the ball joints. You can hear them like say this is the ball part and this is the joint. You can hear it kind of like doing like it's doing this, you know. So that's not good. But I'm like, well, we'll try and wait till next week or something and see what we can find out, you know. So we'll see, you know. For now, I'm glad we got the car back, so we don't have to try to. We were able to share my car, like she would drop me off at my work and then she'd go on to work, because her work is about 30 minutes away, mine's 10 minutes away. So we had to do that, and which meant I had to go into work about a half hour early, and then she would leave. She would try to leave a half hour early from her work so she could pick me up when I was getting off work. So that worked out, but it was, you know, it's not the best solution. It's not the most convenient. So at least we're done with that part. But again, we're probably going to get to the point where, okay, now my car's in the shop. So she's going to be dropping me off at my work in her car. And, you know, it'll be kind of the same thing, but with her car. So, but other than that, you know, health-wise, we're doing okay. My parents are doing okay. Yeah. About another week. Oh, well, dude, that's very lucky, because my experience with cars is like, usually if you hear some kind of a creak or a knock, it doesn't get better, you know? So that's great, man, if you're able to, like, get away with that, as it were. Wait, let me grab this.
There are many terrible stories about the scarab. I am sure Apollodorus told you. Tales of mutilation, disappearances, and folk buried in the desert and left to die. A horrendous fate, trapped in the shimmering sand, your mind and body pounded by the remorseless sun, waiting for the final release into the Duat.
Well, that's just mean.
But these are only stories. There are real villains in Sais. But the Scarab, if he exists, it is not safe to speak of him.
All right.
The investigations of Harkuf's agents. Concerns of the people. Size.
Okay, alright. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I guess that's all. Is it, like, hang on. They said it was probably gravel or something to the parts. Oh, really? Jeez. And the parts that worked its way out. Oh. Dude, that's great. Yeah, I like my Fiat. I don't like my Fiat. I love my Fiat. I remember when I first test drove it, I was with this friend of mine, Claire, and she was fantastic. She's who you want to take when going to buy a car. I mean, she was that salesman's worst nightmare, to the point where the salesman tried to separate us so he could like maybe divide and conquer or somehow get me away from her. To it was fantastic, dude. It was really funny. I mean, this didn't. Okay. And I remember when I first sat in the car to test drive it, and it was just me and her. The salesperson didn't go with us, you know. And I was like,
The last man who
I love
asked
this
questions
car.
about the scarab was near beaten to death, with his tongue cut out.
Who was he?
Old Goopa, father-in-law to the most powerful man in the region, Tahaka. That boy, Kawab, is his grandson.
Hey, you tired of winning? I'm looking for your grandfather. Do you know where he went?
No, he left on the road to Campiros. He should have been home by now.
I'll see if I can find him along the road.
Yeah, keep forgetting I have a horse. Ooh, we got ourselves a little encampment. Ooh, a bunch of captives. That's not good. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I did that just last time, the Cleopatra thing.
I must be careful now.
See, they have a lion there. I have a couple of lions. I can use that to my advantage.
Where?
And now they have a lion to contend with.
Stop this.
Well, don't kill a horse, Mr. Lion. Okay, Mr. Lion, I won't have to kill you now because you're going after the horse. Alright, fine.
We'll be ready if they try anything.
Take that, jerk. Yeah, I was hoping the lion would, like, attack the people, but... like, if I do this one... doesn't seem to be helping at all. Headshot.
Think you're special, do you?
Yeah, the lions, I mean, they're not a bad distraction, but they're not like, I was hoping they'd at least kill a couple of dudes. Oh yeah, the warning symbol thing, signal thing, yeah. Oh, no, not for that. Yeah, I remember Odyssey had that same option, it was really cool. Yeah, I like bow. Oh, that's the guy I'm supposed to be rescuing. I thought it was another lion.
What happened to the beggar?
The mute? Marcos and Tychon beat him for sneaking around the camp. Poor bastard collapsed.
Now for me, it's best to just kill the lion while he's in here. Oh. You can't kill him, he's in there. I know, right? Cowardly Lion. What the heck, man? There. We had a good time this past week. My dad's 89th birthday was Wednesday, so that was cool. We had to go see them. He went to go back to Oz, no kidding, dude. We went over there. We've been going over there more often because, and they're just down the street, which is great. Like literally, they're like 5 doors down from us. But yeah, my dad fell the other day and cracked a couple ribs. So he's been kind of down and out past few weeks. But he's doing much better now. He's able to get around and everything now. I gotta carry this dude? Oh my gosh.
Cooper, I will get you out.
Alright, let me go over here and get my horse. But we went over there Tuesday to like take the trash cans out for the road and all that for him. Well, actually, no, we visited because... survive. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, place.
I know the scarab took your tongue, but we can help each other. Akuf told me that you are investigating the scarab. Help me, and I can ensure he dies.
My sister went to their house on Tuesday with her and brought her girls and everything, so that was cool. And so we went over there, had the cake, visited. And Wednesday I took my dad's like actual present to him, which was they wanted some new vertical blinds put in.
Wanderers, seek not your
I don't know what to do. We can't afford it. But it just barely doesn't fit, so I had to get like some brackets to redo it, and so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And it was great. We got to visit Tuesday and Wednesday, and you know they seem to be doing good. So that's good at least. One less thing to worry about, you know, is what I look at it.
Grandfather, are you alright? Is he hurt?
Banged up, bruised, and thirsty. The soldiers did not take kindly to him, but he will be alright. Where's your father, Kawa? We must speak of this.
Father is away, on his
Oh
great
man,
walk.
sorry to hear that, dude.
Mother, grandfather is hurt. Soldiers mistook him for a beggar again.
Father, what have you done this time?
We were searching for the scarab. I hope he can help me. And in return, I can protect your family.
The scarab is nonsense. Everyone knows this.
He wants you to read them.
It looks like the scarab is summoning warriors to the city of Letopolis.
By the gods, that is where my husband is.
Or the city swallowed by the desert.
It is Father's destiny to rebuild it. We're going to join him soon. Right, Mother?
Yes. My husband Tahaka has been slaving there for months. I'm sure he can help you. He knows everyone there.
If you go, tell him I can't wait to see him.
Of course I will, Kawa.
Oh man, that sucks, dude. I was telling my wife the other day about things. I think we were watching a show or a movie or something, and you know, there's always like, oh well, that's good, dude, that you were able to do that because I found that with friends too, where I go, oh, I feel like a second family, you know. Not that I need a second family, but it's like, oh, cool, I got like a. Well, like my mother-in-law and father-in-law are like a second set of parents, you know, that kind of stuff. Now let's look and see what this kid has.
The Magi has returned in need of more finery.
Yeah, okay,
yes,
dude.
in a moment. I'm curious, Reda. Where are your parents?
Long story, Seni. Ephilakitai of Alexandria caught them stealing and boiled them in a bronze bull.
Boiled
By
them in a
Anubis.
bronze bull.
I am sorry, Reda.
No need. The gods took my family, but gave me my camel, Amun, a great steed. I wander the desert and see the sun set when I want to. This is my freedom.
Okay.
I see. As always, you are wise beyond your years.
Osiris here's not the mourning of the weary-hearted. You wanna sell or buy anything, Seni? The future is golden.
Okay. Oh, Mystic. Well, I already got a thing. Alright, let's see. What does he have that I can buy? Oh, he just has these things. Sell unnecessary items. Actually, let's sell that, and then let's sell this. Sell these swords. Sell this kind of, not crappier, but okay, there's that. I'll keep. Yeah, I was really lucky that my family can be dysfunctional. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we're, you know, perfect in any way or anything.
Looking for something in particular?
But I've been really lucky that my parents have always been pretty great. I've had a great relationship with my dad. I'm out seeing movies where, like, father and son are estranged and they hate each other and all that kind of stuff, and I was always like, man, I can't even imagine that. Let's see, can I upgrade this sword even more? No.
Who tips you some other time?
But yeah, I've been really lucky with regards to that. What, where do I want to go next here? There's something right here. Yeah, I've got a weird, not really that, it's not that weird nowadays, but I've got, so my parents were married before they were married to each other. My mom had a daughter and 2 sons. My dad had 1 son. Then they got together and had me and my sister. So I have 1, like, full sister and then, like, 4 half siblings. And nothing bad with those relationships with the half siblings. It's just that we didn't really grow up together because they're way older. In fact, my mom's first kid, which is like the oldest sibling, and I'm the youngest. So my eldest sister had a child when she was pretty young, a few months before I was born. So I have a niece that's a few months older than I am. So it's that kind of thing where you go, well, my eldest sister is actually old enough to be my mother. So it's that kind of, that's a little weird, I guess, but I think nowadays you have half siblings and stuff all the time. But yeah, still, you know, still pretty good relationships all around. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, when I was in high school, it was probably, it seems like it was less common when I was in high school, because people in high school were like, wait, so she's your cousin? I was like, no, she's my niece, and she's a little bit older than I am. Oh, okay, you know, like they didn't understand it at first. But yeah, I think nowadays it's probably more common, the idea of half siblings and stuff like that, you know.
Best not to draw attention here.
Ooh, here we go. Here's the loot. I just wonder if there's going to do that here. Oh, there's a dude right there. I meant to say it earlier. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me look at it over here. It's a little bit easier to read. I just got done with doing some commission work for a repeat client, so it inspired me to redo mine. Oh, cool. Yeah, I did some graphic design for American Legion, which was great. Made a little bit of money last year from that, so that was kind of cool. Not enough really not enough to claim on taxes or anything, but hopefully this year I can, do some more stuff for them or someone else. The only bad thing is they're older. It's an older client base, if you will, and so some stuff it's like they're not very tech savvy, and so that kind of can be a little frustrating. Get my logo, stinger, new site ad. Oh, nice, dude. Let's see. Oh, here's some quest stuff here. Actually, I probably should go over here first to the fast travel. Yeah, let's go do that first. Yeah, if I could, man, I'd love to just work from home, do graphic design at home, and stream games. Because I work pretty close to home now. Where I used to work, it was the round trip every day was 2.5 hours on average. Sometimes more, rarely less. But I always think, man, the only way I could get closer to home now is if I just work at home, which would just be awesome. But anything I could with mine. I don't mind dealing with customers. That's cool with me. I just like to have somebody who understands how to use text messaging and email. I was working with one of the members of these guys and trying to get him to send me what I need so I could know what he was asking was really difficult. And then he was like, what was the thing he was calling it? He was calling, I can't remember what the thing he was asking me about, but he was calling it one thing. And so I was like, well, wait a minute, what about this, this, and this? And he was like, he was talking about something else. But he was calling it, like he was calling it the wrong term. Oh, there's another statue right here. Let's go destroy the statue real quick. So it was hard to understand what he was even asking, because it was as if he was saying Instagram and he meant Facebook or something like that. I can't remember what it was now. And I've experienced that with my own dad, where my dad tells me, hey, I'm having trouble with so-and-so. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, what about this? And he's like, oh, wait, I meant this. Talking about a completely different thing. Yeah, take that. Take that, statue. Okay, let's see what I actually picked up here. Some more gear. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, that was, man, I remember when my parents got, they had to get a new car a while back. Let me just mention this one. They got a new car, which is like, oh, okay, great, you guys got a new car, and blah, blah, blah. Of course, they had to, because they got in a minor accident. Then it was like, for a bit there, my dad was like trying to get me to explain it to him, how to use stuff, and I'm like, no, if you have questions, I can answer maybe questions about your car, but I think he had in his mind that I would like figure his car out for him and then explain it to him. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Like, no, I'm not doing that, sorry. Alright, I'll go over here next. But that's the thing, I've always been like tech support in my whole family. And I can help out here and there, but it's a matter of like, you guys can't. The frustrating part is when they can't even describe to you the problem. That was always the problem for me. I was just like, man, you know, like this old guy that I was dealing with, the customer, he's like 82. And he was telling me that this is aside from anything he actually, you know, like work related necessarily, but he was like trying to print to his printer and he couldn't print in color. And I was like, well, you just gotta click on the options under like media or whatever. And he was on a Mac and he couldn't figure out how to print. And I was like, it's right there where it says black and white. And I was like, I go, send me a screenshot of what you're looking at. I said, take a photo of your computer, of the, I had to explain to him what a dialog box was. I was like, take a picture of that so I can see what you're seeing. Because there's no way I was going to get him on Skype and share your screen. Like, oh my God, there's no way. He takes a photo, and I have to walk him through how to text a photo. And I was like, yeah, just go to your text messages, start typing my name. He's like, oh, I don't have anybody's name in my phone. Like, he doesn't have any contacts information. Like he has my phone number, but he doesn't have it saved in his phone as JKGrammer. Here's his phone number, so where he can text it to me. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go, okay. And he's like, oh, so I type in your number here, right? I'm like, yeah. He types in my number. He's able to attach the photo, finally. And he sends it. And I'm like, well, I'm not getting it yet. He's like, oh, it looks like it. I think it's sent. Like, you can't really. That took a minute to figure out. Come to find out, he entered my phone number wrong. And I'm like, can you not see the phone number as you type it? Like, you can see if the phone number's entered wrong before you hit send. So God only knows some random person got this photo, but so he was able to figure it out. But that took a while, just to do that. And then come to find out, he's got like a preset on his computer for his printer. So that was all kinds of just not. Oh man, it was bad. Yeah, see, I thought about that too. I'm like, oh, well, you can use Discord and maybe do, hey, share my screen or whatever. But I was like, I know he doesn't have Discord, so I was like, no, that's not going to work either. The other thing that you can do, if you have iPhone to iPhone, you can do a FaceTime call, and then you can share your screen through your FaceTime, and so then you can direct the person, oh, tap on that thing on the bottom right, you know, that kind of stuff. I did that with my dad one time, and it worked out really great. But I was like, there's no way, I can't get him to do that. Let's see, do I want to release the lion? Kinda. These lions just take off. Yeah, I need to get, I've got, is it predator arrows that allow you to do long shots? Okay, here comes this guy. I've actually got a predator arrow or predator bow, I just don't use it that often. Yeah, the big ones, I'll need it, definitely. I like the idea of doing this and like, and then the release, you know what I mean? Yoink. Okay. Another question mark thing here. Let's go. I don't really want to take on another mission though. I want to like complete some missions too. Yeah, but that was the day, man, dealing with that older gentleman. And he's really nice. He's a sweetheart. He's really great. I told my wife when I got off the phone with him and was done and everything, I go, if we buy a gun, will you shoot me? Will you shoot me with it? She's like, what are you talking about? And I told her and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, sometimes I have that with my dad, trying to explain things, and he gets, it's funny because he'll get frustrated. But it's like, well, Dad, what you're telling me is wrong. Like, he'll tell me that he's having trouble with his Amazon app when he's talking about a completely different app or something, you know, similar like that, right? And I'm like, you're the one getting upset, but you're not explaining to me, like, you're not explaining it correctly. So, you know, get mad at yourself, you know? What is that? Oh, I should switch my program around. Really, dude? Spent 2 years in a technical school for high school credit. The senior year I earned my grade per the secret. Wait, what? Hang on. I spent 2 years in a technical school for high school credit. In the same year, I earned my grade per the secret between me and the instructor to help teach the material. So it was common to hear, I need the thing to that thing you did, but this thing instead. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Hang on, I need to, like, pop out the chat. And can I make the chat larger? Does that work? I mean, I know I can make the window larger, but... Let's see, can I do... Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is much better. So I'm going to put this over here and put this here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me do this. Test. Okay. Basically, I put the chat in a different separate window, and then enlarged it and made it larger so that way I can see. But oh, I need to change that to live chat. There we go. Now we go. Okay, cool. Because I need my eyesight's so screwy because I need contact lenses to see distance, which is great. I can see distance. But then I have to have readers so I can see up close. So like if I'm doing computer work, I need to have my contacts in and my glasses in to more easily read the text. But if I take my contacts out and don't use my glasses, well then I can only see about like here. So to see computer, I really need both. It's so stupid. Command plus and minus. At least on a Mac, that's what it is. But, oh wait, do I have oh, I do have more arrows. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that's what that symbol was. It was saying that there's hippos here. Okay. Yeah, you know, Mac versus PC. I always... we have a hippo down. I always tell people, hey, whatever works best for you, whatever you're most comfortable with, whatever platform you know the best. Like if you know PC better, you know, it's a matter of preference, you know. For me, though, to me, Mac is better, but that's me. Oh wait, there's things to loot here. Ooh, there's a bunch of stuff to loot here. Oh my gosh, I almost left it. Yeah, that's ooh, hang on, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, PC is definitely better for gaming because more of your games are available on PC and all that. But I just always loved Mac, and to me, it's way more user-friendly, and I think PC is great if you know PCs well, right? Like, people who build their own PCs and stuff, that kind of stuff, it's maybe better for. But I mean, for me, Mac is just the operating system is what's better. And when it comes to cost, I feel like, well, you get what you pay for. Yeah, you can get a little PC, even like a laptop, you can get pretty cheap, but it's like, yeah, but it's to me, I feel like it's not gonna last long. It's not gonna be what you really want. You know, it's like, oh, I don't need an iPhone. I can get this other phone. You're like, yeah, but it's just not gonna have the type of apps you're wanting. It's not gonna have the responsiveness. It's just, you know, no.
I refuse. No more. They take too much.
My idiot brother has barricaded himself inside.
Who is it that you're speaking to? It's one of them, isn't it?
No, you fool!
Hmm.
He fears Sefetch's
That's
men,
cool, man.
but hiding his head in a bush solves nothing.
I am not an ostrich. Do I hear horses? Is it them? You better run!
Yeah.
Please, if it does not work, Sefetch's tax collectors will do something terrible.
I'm not sure I can convince him, but I will keep an eye out for these tax collectors. Perhaps I can persuade them to leave you alone.
Alright. Yeah, for me, my first computer was, well, I had a Commodore 64. I didn't do a lot of programming on it, but I had a Commodore 64. Oh, find and kill the tax collector. Okay, well, sure, why not? Let's see what else I've got around here. Yeah, sure, why not? Let me go over here, too. I had a Commodore 64, which was fantastic. Played games on it all the time. And then I had... Well, I mean, I had consoles, of course, right? But I had my Commodore 64, and then I had... I think after that, my first computer was... I had a Mac. It was a Performa 6290. So it was like... It wasn't like after Steve Jobs came back. It wasn't one of those Macs. It was like... I guess technically it was an Apple computer, but it wasn't like a Macintosh computer.
Guarded.
I'd like to look this up. Hang on, let's see. Performa 6290. If I can spell Performa correctly, let's see. So here's I love looking up old Apple computers and stuff to see like what their system stats were. No, Mac never could run executive files because it's not. That's a PC thing. So the processor was a 603E. Let's see, where is it at? Where's the? Okay, that's power, ports, logic board. I think it was 100. I guess it was 100 megabyte processor. Looks like 32K cache, 256 L2 cache. Oh, here we go. So two 72-pin RAM slots. Minimum versus maximum RAM it could carry was 8 megabytes or 64 megabytes. Right? Oh my god. So you could put RAM in there 4, 8, 16, or 32. Let's see. Original software was 7.5.1. So that was back when you had to use, you had an extensions manager. You had extensions back then. You could assign so much RAM to certain applications. So like, say you were running, I don't know if they even had Photoshop at the time, but say you had Photoshop, you go, well, I could assign so much RAM to Photoshop to let it run. Let's see, where else? Of course, it had a floppy drive, which was 1.4 megabits. It was introduced in 96. I probably had mine in 97, 98. I don't know. And then from there, I think after that, I had my G4 tower, Mac G4 tower, and that was back after Jobs came back. I had that tower for 11 years, man. And that thing, the only reason I finally had to get rid of it was because I don't think you had podcasts at the time, but you had like, what was it called? Not G4, but it was G3 TV? I don't remember. but they did like reviews of video games and stuff like that, and I would watch their videos like every week or whatever it was. It was like, oh, cool, this new game came out and stuff. My computer got to where it wouldn't even run the videos. It was so slow. You couldn't run the videos. So I finally had to like go, okay, I need a new computer. And that's when I got my first iMac. Let's see, did I have the, yeah, I had the iMac. I think that was the one that me and my wife bought together. We each had an iMac. And those worked great. And then eventually got the iMac that's in the kitchen. That one's way better. That one I've upgraded to 2 terabyte on the hard drive in solid state, so it runs really great. Although it doesn't run the latest software because it can't. It's an older iMac. So I have that. We still have that one in the kitchen, and then I also bought this iMac here, this one here, which is an M1, and it's fantastic. It'll run forever probably because it's an M1, so it's a newer processor, and it runs fantastic. Ah, shit.
You are dead!
Oh. Okay.
Hey, wait!
Fatality.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so the long and short of it, I never was into PC computers. I never tried to build my own PC. I'm kind of like, it's so funny, I think about how, did you ever see Days of Thunder? Tom Cruise, right? His character was like, always like, look, I don't know anything about, I know about driving, I don't know about cars. I feel like that's always me. I don't know about how to... Hey! It was like, I know how to work computers, I don't necessarily know how to put them together. Yeah, more software than not hardware, yeah. I mean, I know of hardware, but I'm more about the software, you know. Why are these guys guarding these ruins? You'd think, like... I mean, these guys didn't get a good gig, I guess. Hey, name Rasa? I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I am from Houston, Texas, is where I'm at.
Hey, what?
Yeah, the States, I guess you'd say. Yeah, United States of America. Oh, wait, loot. No, it's carry. Never mind. I thought it said loot. I used to love my Commodore 64, man. Sometimes, I mean, I kept it for the longest time. It was in like my parents' attic for a while. Oh, from India, nice, dude. I know quite a few co-workers at the building I work at are from India. In fact, one of the guys I work with, he said he's at next. I think it's next week. He's gonna go back to India for. What did he say? It was a month? I think it was 4 weeks or something. He was going back there. I was like, oh, dude, that's great. I was like, you gonna come back though? He's like, oh yeah. I was like, all right, cool. He was telling me about flying to India though, like the flight. Oh, namaste. He was telling me, he goes, the flight, he said it was, you could do a 2-leg flight, but it was more expensive. And it was, he said it was 9 hours to, like, you can land in Germany or Heathrow or whatever. Oh, my light. Yeah, I'm trying not to talk too loud because my wife's asleep in the bedroom. He said it was 9 hours to, say, to England or whatever, and then it was like another 9 hours to India, like if you're going to New Delhi or whatever. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And he said, yeah, you could take a non-stop flight, but it was like 16 hours. He said, but the non-stop flight is actually cheaper. I was like, really? He's like, oh yeah. I was like, and I asked him, I go, well, which do you prefer? He goes, I prefer the 2-leg flight. He goes, because then your layover is like, what did he say? It was like 3 hours, I think. So he's like, yeah, you could use those 3 hours to sleep or, stretch out or I don't know, whatever, So I was like, man, that's a long flight. I've not flown that much, but I've not flown that much, so I can't really say. But I'm like, the longest flight I've ever had was like 3 hours, and that was to Vegas, which was not a big deal at all, I can't imagine a 16-hour flight. What is in the tree? You guys can still hear me okay, right? I'm just... Because I don't want to be like I'm speaking too softly, or maybe I need to turn up the microphone. My arms rolling happen. Dude, that's always been my... not dream exactly, but like flying. Okay, cool. I want to make sure you can hear me. All right. Okay, so I've done this one. Yeah, the building I work, we've got quite a few, not quite a few, but we've got a good number of people from India. And I'm always like, man, I it's such a, I wish I could speak different languages, Like Spanish, I kind of know, I don't know enough to really speak it, but sometimes I can pick up a little bit of what people are saying, But then I go, man, I wish I could speak any language, with just, because I just love the idea of languages. I just can't speak them, Tu no hablo español. Yeah. It's funny though, I was talking to, I think it was my dad I was talking to about how, there's a lot of Indian names that are really difficult to pronounce. And I'm like, I told my dad, I think what it is that, like, we're just not used to it. like we're not like Spanish names used to be hard to pronounce, but now we kind of go, oh, okay, I kind of understand how vowels work in Spanish and stuff like that. I think Indian names are the kind of same way where you go, we're just not used to it yet. All right, I'm gonna go around this other side. We're not used to pronouncing Indian names. Take this horse over here. I think about that with Indian languages, like Chinese languages and stuff. I'm just like, oh man. Ooh, there's a dude right here. I don't know why he's facing away. Japanese, yeah. This. I would love to learn. I would love to just know languages. I don't want to have to learn it. That's too hard. Oh, you know what? Let me switch to this one. Oh, I can't take that guy out.
They will attack on sight here.
These guys are not smart. I think about it too, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. Allez-vous à jour? See, I don't even know. I know parlez-vous français is do you speak French, right? But, man, French is one of those ones that I don't know if I could ever get my mind around. It's so, oh, it's how are you? Oh, okay. It's so, like, the pronunciation is just, it's really hard. Like for me, Spanish is really easy because the vowels are only pronounced one way. It's A, E, I, O, U. That's it. Oui, oui. So in that way, Spanish can be way easier. Like you can look at a word that's in Spanish and go, I know how to pronounce it. Because the rules are like pretty straightforward. Like where you put the stress in the words it does change, there's a little bit change, but like if there's an accent, you go, well, that's where the accent is. So that's pretty easy. Let's sit down. What? Oh, I can almost take him out. Oh, jeez. Bad dog. Essayez-la-vous. Oh, okay. It's always the pronunciation that gets you, right? And it's not another language, but I know ASL a little bit.
Oh, shit. Where's that thing?
Got it. used to work for probably 8 years. I worked with a guy that was deaf, so I had to learn some sign, which was pretty cool actually, because it's like, well, that's the thing. ASL is not really a language, because American Sign Language means that you're signing English, like American English. So you're really just interpreting another spoken language, which is what's funny whenever you talk about if somebody is signing at like a concert or whatever. It's like they're interpreting, they're not translating. Because you go, like, I never really understood this, that when you're signing, you're not signing exactly what the other person's saying. You're signing like if you say, you know, I want some water. Yeah, you can say, I want some water. Or you could just say, want water. You know, like, you could, there's different ways to interpret it. So it's always, to me, that was what always was interesting, is that you go, well, you're interpreting, like when, if you're trying to tell someone what somebody is signing, you're not translating, you're interpreting, because it's like, yeah, apple, and then father, mother. I just thought that was always interesting, and I always thought that was interesting that you were like, well, yeah, you're kind of, you're telling somebody what somebody else is saying, sort of, you know. Spelling, dude, my thing about spelling is, I have to, if somebody's signing to me, I'm like, whoa, slow down. I can't understand. Like, it's too fast, you know. Yeah, apple, father, mother. I love that when you're talking male, it's usually here, and females like here. So like uncle, aunt, right? Brother, sister. Like those kind of things are like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then of course, like when you're doing days of the week, you go, you make an M and you do this. You go, that's Monday. Oh, okay, well, that's easy. T, and you do this. Well, that's Tuesday. That makes sense. A W, like this. Okay, that's Wednesday. If you're doing a T again, that doesn't work. So you do T, H, Thursday, Friday. Is Saturday this? Yeah, it's Saturday. And then Sunday is that for some reason, whatever. But stuff like that was always interesting to me, that you go, it kind of, like, some of it, you go, it makes sense. Like, you can almost get away with pantomiming signing, you know, because it makes sense.
What? That's odd.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Hey, what?
Got it. Ooh, trophy earned. You still need 8,800 something. Ooh, that's an ability point. Nice. These guys are not smart.
What?
Oof. Okay, alright. I think that's got everybody. Got a little bit of loot around here. By the way, speaking of signing, did you ever see the movie Coda? It was Apple. Actually, I think it was one of the first Apple original like movies or whatever. That movie, oh my god, made me ugly cry. It was so good, but it made me ugly cry. Every once in a while, it comes up on my like TikTok feed or whatever. Oh, dude, look up the trailer for it, and it's like, oh, it's so, like, it's very sweet and heartening, and just like, oh, you just love it. But it tears you up because it's so just beautiful, and oh man, it's great. CODA. It stands for Child of Deaf Adults. So it's about this girl who her older brother and her two parents are deaf, and it's got Marlee Matlin as the mother. And it's so just like, it's such a beautiful movie. Man, it's really good. It makes me kind of choke up just thinking about it. It's really good. Let's see. Oh, abilities. That wouldn't be too bad to get. Oh, that's kind of cool, but I think I want this one. Yeah, no, Coda is... Oh, and so the girl... I mean, there's not really... Not much I can spoil for you, but the girl wants to go to, like a school for singing, because she can sing. And so it's this whole thing of, like, her parents and her older brother, like, do not understand the whole idea of singing because they've never heard before. Because if you're deaf from birth, you've never heard the spoken word. But it's so just, man, it's so heart wrenching, but it's fantastic, and it's funny. It's really funny. Hey Ben, what's going on? Yeah, I think it must be, let's see, is there a way to watch it without, can you purchase it on Apple? Let me see. So if I go to store, oops. Let's see if I go to, okay, here's Coda here. No, it doesn't look like you can. You have to subscribe to watch it. That's weird though. You'd think there'd be a way to purchase it if you wanted to. Let's see. You have your ways. It's worth, I mean, if you could purchase it, say for $10, dude, it's fantastic. Oh, you played this game before, Ben? I played the heck out of Odyssey, and then I played Valhalla, which I couldn't get into, and then I came back to Origins because I was like, oh yeah, I have it. I should play it. Blah blah blah. Let's see, I wonder if they have it on Cheap Chart. Well, I have this app called Cheap Charts that tells you like when stuff goes on sale. Let's see. I'm sure there's a way you can purchase it, right? This isn't it, I don't think, is it? No, that's not it. Yeah, they don't have it where you can purchase it, like, Oh, dude, yeah, Odyssey is fantastic. Odyssey Well, and it's funny because I played Odyssey first, and then this one, and this one's older, but it's like this one plays a lot like Odyssey, which is fantastic. So much fun. That better not be our dog barking out there, because it's still kind of early. Let me see. Hang on. Let me look at the cameras to make sure that's not our dog barking. Sometimes she likes to go out there and talk to the neighbor dog, and which is fine if she's just bark, 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 bark. But sometimes she gets like where she's yell barking, and I'm like, no. Let's see. Okay, here's the backyard camera. Yes, our dog is such a little turd. She's so sweet, but she's such a little turd because she's just sitting. She will sit there like, not all day, but she would just sit there and look out at the backyard. Oh, and I got a new... Nope, it's not better. Okay, let's see. Man, I got so much stuff I still haven't looked at on this map. Ooh, I need a fast travel. I don't want to go over here yet because that's way too high of levels. Yeah, but this stuff over here, I can do this stuff. I think. I think I'll probably go over here next because what about this ship here? Is this ship coming up to the dock? I remember in Odyssey, this is where you could like call for your boat. I'll get out of here and then I'll call my horse. Oh wait, hang on. Sometimes in these areas you go like, well, there's not really that much gold in here, but you go, yeah, but over time it adds up, man. Ven para acá, señor caballo.
Whoa.
It's this little shack here. I love the environment. Odyssey and this game both just have amazing, like, little... I mean, like this, where you go... It's like somebody's house. It's just really cool.
Whoa. Yamu. Home to my old friend Menehet. He will be in the temple. He always is.
Okay.
Whoa.
This is level 6. Oops. Oh, really? It was bad until you realized what? I never saw that movie, or that show. I always thought, how can this show be good? Because, like, how far can you go with, if everybody's blind? It was like, that doesn't seem like that can be, like, how do you make that into something interesting? That's, you know. But then I've heard that it's pretty good, so I don't know. Ooh boy, there's a bunch of crocodillos over here. Let's switch to my predator bow. driving element is the challenges of being blind in a clan and all they deal with, and the other clans that are as well. Those are working too? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, right. Interact. Huh, okay. Got it. Okay, let's see. There are only 6 and you're 19. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little, it's a little unfair, I guess. But, you know, I'm sorry, I can't help that I'm higher level and they're not. I love all these little villages and stuff too. It's really cool.
My husband will die if you refuse to search for him. I have not seen...
Okay.
Medjay, help me, I will pay you.
What do you need?
Last night, my dear husband Claudius took a boat out to see the ruins across the lake. He has not returned. None of these brutes honor a wife's pain. I beg you.
I will seek him out.
Do be quick. I will await you here.
That's okay. The kid's fine. Kid's fine. It's alright. Don't worry. I like that you can be in these little villages with people and find that they like look. Oh, she.
My dear husband.
Oh, it's okay. Never mind. I was gonna say sometimes it's like it'll show where you can loot. And you go, wait a minute. This is their place here. You're looting their stuff. Oh, here's boats. I was gonna say, are there any boats in around here? Oh, this side. Even these boats are kind of cool, like they're just fishing boats. Like, you're not going to be doing much in them. Like, you can't. It's not like a houseboat, but even the boats are kind of cool looking. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've already been to these ruins here, so.
Let me be in peace.
And here is Claudius. Crocodiles are dead. Now to speak to Claudius and find out why he came out here.
Okay.
Why did you kill them? We had only just met.
Claudius, you are drunk.
Yes, that is me. And no, I am not. I had only 2 or 10 beers.
All right. Let's get you back to your wife.
I have a wife? Oh, Mother will be so pleased.
What is wrong with this guy? Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to get him back. Oh, he just followed me in the water. Okay. I assume he'll follow me onto the boat. Alright, let's go, dude.
What is your reason for going out there, Claudius?
I was going... I don't really remember. I came from Alexandria for the festival. And some kind of... someone offered me to drink all night for free. Impossible to resist. What were we talking about?
How you got here?
Oh! Right, then I woke up here with those crocodili all around. Tell me, can they really speak?
No.
Egypt is a land full of magic and ancient mystery.
Amazing. My friends in the city will never believe it. Did you say something about a wife?
Yes, yours.
See, I do not understand that. How could I have a wife? I am a virgin. At least I think I am.
This guy's way messed up.
I will hear no...
She's gonna be mad.
There you are, my dear. I was worried about you.
Oh, my Dionysus. I remember. I went to the island because of her. She got me drunk, married me, told me I owed her a virginity tax. Whose virginity?
You can go. This is between me and my husband.
No, don't go. They'll kill me.
Show him what happens when you try to cheat a woman.
Please, help me.
Forget him. He's just an idiot. They have taken enough from our... My brothers! You have slain my brothers! You were supposed to help
Praise
me, not
and thanks.
him!
You saved my life. And my purse.
That was a weird one.
Future, be careful when drinking with strangers.
Put him out of his misery. That was a weird one. Okay, let's see. Let's sell some stuff to this dude.
A customer.
Refill.
Thank you.
Sell. Yeah, sell that. Sell that. Sell that.
Fair enough.
Don't need all of these light bows.
Yes, all right. Here.
Sell unnecessary items. Alright, cool. Upgrade? Sure.
No one can help me.
Well,
Have you
especially
seen
keep
my
walking.
Book of the Dead in your travels, Magi? I went all the way to Memphis to buy it.
No. How was it lost?
Bandits. They came from the dunes nearby. When their leader saw how I cared for the book, he wrenched it from me. I thought my heart would stop.
I can help. I do not fear them.
I have been praying for someone like you. That book will unite me with my wife's spirit.
There you are, Father. We are going home.
But this Magi is helping me.
Oh, yes? You are going to find his book? If by some miracle you do, thank you.
Did you hear where the bandits meant to go?
Oh, the leader told the others to meet him at the necropolis, I think.
We live nearby.
I am not going home until I...
Father, the book is gone.
It's funny how you can pretty much run people over with your horse and it's no big deal. It's fine. I think I'll probably finish this mission and then I'll probably jump off. It's only 8 o'clock. I don't know if my wife will be ready to wake up by 8:30 or so. Oh, here we go.
Out of their sockets.
guards here are vigilant. Here is the Book of the Dead. Becca will be pleased. Now to return the book to the old man.
Really? None of these guys had loot on them? Alright, fine.
Thought you could steal from me?
Is it stealing if you rob a thief?
Take that, you jerk. Alright. Oh boy. What did she do?
As your father left us.
His good life is over. He was too weak to live till you return.
May he be conducted in peace.
He was in despair that his cow would not join my mother's.
Where is his body? It is not too late.
You are a blessing from the gods. He receives the rites in the small temple.
Okay. I love that you can traverse pretty much anything in this game. Hey Gabe, what's going on, man? Ouch.
Old man, your book. May it guide you to your wife's side.
That's sad. Ooh, what is this guy?
I will never drink again.
Oh, that's the guy who I saved a minute ago. Okay, there's a thing here. 6 earlier, which is 8 earlier in Central Time. Oh, okay, that's cool. How are they doing, by the way? Oh, wait, you know what? Let's do this fast travel first.
Yeah, hello, Tot.
Right position, Gere.
Sure, let's do this one. Every other Sunday? Oh, that's cool. That's a good schedule. Yeah, it's like, it's too bad they can't stream every week, but if it's because of jobs, then cool. That's good.
Bayek, what good fortune! I thought it would be years before we saw you again.
Hail in peace, Menahet. How is your family?
The children seem to grow larger by the minute. My wife and I have our hands full. And you? Is there any news of...
None.
I forget myself. There are so many things in your life best not spoken of. Forgive me.
I see by your garb that you have been promoted.
Ah, yes. The High Priest, in his grace, made me his second. And my rank is not the only thing he has changed. You must see the temple.
You will give me a tour?
Of course, of course. At the moment of your pleasure.
Okay.
Ready to see our beautiful temple?
Sure.
After you, Menahet. Or is it servant of the goddess?
Menahet will do for one as good as family.
This is far from the sorry ruin of my last visit.
Yamu now plays constant host to ceremonies showing our rustic way of life, which attract many visitors with more gold than sense.
A description well suited to Alexandrians. How does this sit with your faith?
I confess that my thoughts are sometimes uneasy.
Okay.
Oh, vanquished by a gang of ruffians, huh? Silent as gifts.
Uncle Bayek! Uncle Bayek! Hello, Uncle.
Cute.
Jewels of my life, why have you left your mother's side?
Pick me up, Uncle Bayek!
Ah, sit down. There is no need to attack a man from behind. We're not numbering him 4-1. Huh?
You taught us to secure every advantage possible over Attainer's foe.
Yes. And I am very dangerous! Hide well, for the wanderer stalks your path!
Cute. Oh, I have to go and find these kids. Oh, that's cute. That's really funny. I have to find the kids.
Oh, no.
time to hide.
Come away from there, Nyla. You're getting in the priest's way.
Oh, they're gonna follow me now, I guess. Oh, gotta go around.
Nyla, are you following me?
You might get lost without me. It's a big temple.
Asina, you must come down from here.
This would be a good place to watch the stars.
Only the priests are permitted here. You know that.
Yes, but I want to see...
Hush. Come down now. We can watch stars from the riverbank.
Beast, you will meet your end at the hands of the mighty gladiator Soris.
Soris, stay back!
Jeez.
Are you hired? Harumake Bhakti!
Keba, what in the name of the gods are you doing down there?
I wanted to hide, but now I can't get back out. I'm scared.
Stay calm. I will help you out of there.
How do I... Oh.
This way. Through the tunnel.
Thank you, Uncle Fire.
That's the last of the children.
Look at this. Fraud abounds in your market. And you claim you can do nothing?
The dealings of the market are beyond me. Speak rather to the offending merchant.
Priest, you have proven as false as your mummies.
Man ahead. Your brood is delivered safely home.
Thank you, friend.
What did that fool want with you?
Some visitors, having purchased religious objects, are angry when our village has no more dead cats to sell them. Though not a merchant, I am often the means by which the aggrieved snuff their anger.
This matter needs a firm hand.
Okay.
I hope you will find some answers in the market. The merchants have short tempers and may refuse to speak.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let's go over here.
This looks like a child made it.
These cat mummies are false!
You filthy naked Yadet. How dare you try to trick me into paying for this junk?
Straw in here.
Yes, all right.
Bye for now.
Greetings. I am...
You have come to the right place, Neb. We have everything you could possibly want.
What I want is to ask about false idols sold at the market.
I have heard rumors of such, but there is nothing to them. Now leave if you want to avoid trouble.
Okay.
My sister told me she bought a statuette.
Tell me of the fake mummies being sold here.
I have no desire to be dragged into this.
Menehet sent me. Your silence is an insult to his holy office.
I wish to anger neither him nor the gods. We are forced to sell items of lesser quality, or see our stalls destroyed.
Who is behind this?
I can say no more now. Let us meet tonight, where the village turns to farmland.
Okay.
My friend, I am glad to see you have kept our appointment. Come, sit with me and share a drink of wine.
I do not have time for that.
It is a beautiful night. Let us enjoy the coolness of the air for a moment before turning to business.
Merchant, I am not here to take in the air. Who is behind the traffic of false icons?
Well, you see, it is no simple story. There are many involved in this terrible affair, but they would all tell you the same thing. Pity the trusting man, for he suffers great pain. Seek evil, and you will always find it. Sailing unknown waters always brings the risk of shipwreck. Part of living.
Okay. Speak to the treacherous merchant.
A man who fights as well as you can perhaps afford to be trusting.
Talk, or you will meet the same fate as your friends.
That will not be necessary. Among the dunes, southeast of here, is the bandit camp where the fake mummies are made. I suppose you would go and destroy it now.
Better I smash the camp than your head. Destroying these forgeries will earn the favor of the gods. As Ra lives, what a disgrace.
I love bandit camps.
Whoa.
Right. You were saying?
That God's forsaken village has nothing left. I hope that Corp comes up. This is the same.
That was bad.
Whoa.
Geez, I hardly even need to come in here like stealthily because they're all lower level.
You will not. There you are. Bastard! You will not. Got you. Hey now. There you are.
Oh. Ooh. Their shield. Okay. Wait. Need arrows. Oh, geez.
Oh, shit.
How do I put my fire out? I know there's a way to, like, extinguish yourself when you catch fire, but I don't know how to do it. Alright, let's see.
This area is off limits.
What?
Hey!
Not going anywhere. You're finished. Dead!
Okay. Is there no fast travel? Why, yes, there is. There we go. Okay. He's over here.
Some awesome soup. Oh.
Oh, I keep forgetting I gotta go around this side.
Ah, here you are.
How can I ease the burdens of an old friend?
Tonight, we will stage a grand spectacle. Our goddess Sekhmet defends the people against Isfet's chaos.
But Pamu, our champion, is nowhere to be found. The High Priest will judge me responsible for his absence.
I'll have a look.
Sekhmet bless you. His home is near the market, but check the tavern first.
It pains me to ask you for a further favor.
Pamu does like a drink now and again.
Well, I thought...
This must be Pamu. Ugh. The man stinks of beer.
Oh, thank you. I've been trying to get him to leave for hours.
That's fine. Oops. No. guess I can't. Go in there with the horse. Oops.
Menahet.
That is Pamu! What has happened to him?
He's drunk off his butt.
His passion for toasting Sekhmet has exceeded his head for drink.
This is a disaster! People have come from the Red Land and the Black to see him fight.
If a fight is all that is needed, I could replace him.
Of course, Magi. You honor yourself in saving me from disgrace. Speak to the High Priest in the temple courtyard. He will take care of the rest.
Your Holiness, I am here to fight for Sekhmet.
You're not Pamu. He was meant to play Sekhmet.
Pamu is ill. He is recovering at the temple.
Fine. Follow me.
Ooh, cool helmet.
Though this is a friendly bout, we must stay vigilant.
Do not fear. Sekhmet will receive a fine tribute.
We give thanks for your presence on this sacred night. We invite your witness on the solemnity of our custom. We unveil to you a ritual that has guarded us for centuries.
Okay.
Should malice cling too strongly to your hearts, Isfet, the evil one, shall smite the goddess. And condemn Yamu to 100 seasons of darkness. But should your hearts be pure, the goddess shall favor us, shielding us
Am I
from
supposed
the
to lose? I don't know.
obscurity of chaos. Let the battle begin! Since a time unknown, Sekhmet the lioness has shielded us from Isfet's greed. Isfet was once husband to Ma'at, goddess of order. Tampering with her scales of judgment, he grew fat on the souls of mortals. Ma'at cast him out of the hall of justice. In his hunger, he returned. But Sekhmet knew his heart. And guarded the door against their fighter can't lose. Their battle lasted 20 days and nights before Sekhmet subdued.
Wait, which one is Sekhmet and which one is Isfet?
The warrior of Sekhmet beat back chaos. Look, his weapon is bathed in Sekhmet's fire. The lioness's fangs will cleave the darkness. Sekhmet's might enlivened your arm. The lioness's fangs will cleave the darkness. Look, his weapon is bathed in
chase away our
Sekhmet's
bad luck.
fire. Sekhmet's might enlivened your arm. The warrior of Sekhmet beat back chaos. The lioness's fangs will cleave the darkness. Look, his weapon is bathed in Sekhmet's fire. Sekhmet's might enlivened your arm. The warrior of Sekhmet beat back chaos. Look, his weapon is bathed in Sekhmet's fire. Sekhmet's might enlivened your arm. The lioness's fangs will cleave the darkness. The warrior of Sekhmet beats back chaos. Look, his weapon is bathed in Sekhmet's fire. The warrior of Sekhmet beats back chaos. Sekhmet's might in light on arms. The lioness's fangs will cleave the...
Got him. Cool mask.
I could swear you were the Blood Eater herself.
Ah. Oh, the priest's recounting of the battle between the goddess and Isfet was new to me.
It is a tale of his own invention. You will not hear it outside Yamu. Would that you'd agree to stay with us longer. But I know that greater duties call you.
I'll say goodbye to the children before I leave.
Do so. They'll miss you. You are always welcome in Yamu, whenever your journeys bring you to our gnome.
Cool. Trophy earned. The festival. Ooh, I got an outfit. Oh, shut up. Oh, cool. I can equip this one. And then, can I take off the helmet? No, it doesn't. No. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. Okay, you can take the helmet off. Okay, cool. Oh, I see. Okay, helmet off and then hair on. Okay. You know what, though? I like it, but I don't like it because it's too... This is better. Seems lighter. Alright, and then let's equip this one. And then... Alright, cool. I think I'll stop here for today. So I still have this birthright quest to look at too. But I'll quit for now. I'll try to jump on again tomorrow morning like I did today. Try to do it kind of early. Earlier I can come here the longer I can play. So thanks you guys for hanging out. Good times. This is a great game if you haven't played it before, and it's always on sale if you ever want to get it from PlayStation Store or whatever. It's an older game, so it's always on sale. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good weekend. Boop. Boop.